things that I needed to do, and I got a little behind schedule, so my bad. I'm gonna just wait till people come in a little bit because yeah, oof, girl, you 10 minutes late. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I have a couple of things to talk about, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Oop, I almost dropped my tablet. I'm so glad that I ate before I came on here because it was about to be a freaking problem if I had not eaten before I came on here. But yeah, I do have topics. One. I really can't stand. I don't know what's up with Gmail. Like, whenever I freaking I don't know. It's like whenever I like send myself something, it always does this, and I don't know what the freaking problem is. I'm excited too. I see something, but I'll hold my congrats. Yes, girl, I'm a 1K baddie. I'm so freaking hype about that, man. I am so freaking hype about that. Like, I almost cried yesterday. How are you? Because when I tell you the grind, okay? But I was so ecstatic when I saw that junk. I was like, oh my gosh, is that 4 digits? Like I was so hyped. I was so hyped. I literally ran into my husband's office and I was like, hey, guess what? And then I showed him and I was like geeking out over that junk. But I'm also excited because um I had told him, I think like 3 months ago, I was like, hey, could you give me something if I reach 1K? And he was like, what you want? And at first I was like chocolate cake, then I switched to a wig, but then I was like, let's just do Dairy Queen. So he gave me Dairy Queen this weekend as my reward. But yeah, woo woo. Congrats, I had seated. I was all cheering for you. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you so much. I'm good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. But yeah, I'm so freaking hype about this, man. Now I just gotta get the watch hours. But I'm so freaking hype about that. Hey Ariana, how are you? Dairy Queen is a reward because I said I want a meal and I want a blizzard. Okay, the Oreo one. Because they crumble up the Oreos real fresh. So I was like, yeah, that's what I want. But also this weekend, I'm really hyped because I'm supposed to be going somewhere and I'm gonna do a vlog showing y'all where I end up going. And yeah, I'm really excited because we go every single year. Well, for the past 2 years we've been. And it's gonna be a lot of fun because it's not like somewhere normally that I would go. As far as like this isn't some place where you would go on a day-to-day, occurrence or whatever. So that vlog will probably come out in October. And it's gonna be kind of like a dress up type of shindig. Thank you, girl. Yes, the ponytail is ponytail. Yes, the natural. You know what I'm saying? I did not feel like wrapping up my hair to put on a wig at all. I really did not. Cause I washed my hair and I blow dried my hair with one of those the Revlon blow dryer brush. Highly recommend it because it makes washing my hair so freaking easy. And I'm supposed to dye my hair tomorrow because at first I was about to hop on here and I completely forgot that I did not cover my freaking like that I didn't wear my scarf or whatever, and my grays are showing. So I do not let anybody except family see my grays, So I was like, yeah, appreciate you, Jasmine. But yeah, I was like, I gotta go ahead and cover that up because again, I feel real insecure about my gray hair at this point in time in my life. I really do not care for it. So I was like, yeah, I gotta put the scarf on. Yes, I like it. I got one of those too. Yeah, like I get all my scarves from Amazon. I get the 4-pack or like the 6-pack. Because I bought this a couple years ago. I think it was like 6 of those in a pack. Yeah, because who want to read that gibberish? I want to say that was like potentially Russian or something. But I don't speak no other language except English and the Ebonics. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah, I feel really good though. I'm really excited, and I am going to be doing a 1K Q&A, but I'm undecided on if I'm going to do 2 or just 1 because I already have questions kind of, and it's revolving around like the YouTube creator space of getting a 1K. But then I thought about doing a more personal Q&A, but I'm like, do people really care that much? Probably not. You know what I mean? I see other people doing Q&As on their YouTube channels, and I really kind of just be sitting here like, how do y'all even be getting people interested in you? Because what do y'all be talking about? But okay, let's get started with the conversations though. So first, I'm gonna start off with unpopular opinions, and y'all can tell me what y'all thoughts are in the comments. But the first one, somebody said we need to stop glorifying college. And these are unpopular opinions that I saw on Reddit, right? Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. We outside with it. 1K baddie, you know what I'm saying? Hi, Casey. How are you? But yeah, like I'm so freaking hype about this. Y'all know because y'all been here. But I feel just very quite proud of myself that I have accomplished this. Like, who'd have thought it would be me? 1K. You know what I mean? That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, so the first unpopular opinion, I'm gonna try to, because I want to celebrate like each time I get to an extra 1K, I want to celebrate it every single time, or like every milestone, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to try to do something. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like a video of me getting the Dairy Queen, but I don't know. What you thinking about eating, girl? I kind of just ate, but but what are you thinking about eating? Yes, this is only the beginning. Stay consistent. I'm gonna try. Consistency again. I used to be on my grind with like bulk batch recording, but editing is always the issue I have when it comes to creating content. I just ate a chocolate chip cookie. So you had one? Like just one? Because if it was me, well, I guess it depends how big it is, but normally I would have like 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying? Oh, a Chinese food. I haven't had that in a minute. Chinese food is so freaking good. What did you order? Because whenever I get Chinese food, we always get shrimp fried rice. I just recently got into eating sweet and sour chicken, and then we'll get pepper steak. No, that's the problem. You just are not entertaining, not intelligent. Well, I must be entertaining enough for you to come and leave a comment. So appreciate you for visiting and stopping by. It's so funny whenever somebody comes in and says something, because it's like, you just got here. What are you talking about? But anyways, and thank you. I appreciate you, girl. But it says we need to stop glorifying college. What do y'all think about that? Orange chicken and Beijing beef with fried rice. I need to Google what is Beijing beef because I've never had that before. I've never heard of that before. Beijing beef. It says it has bell peppers and onions. Tangy, sweet, and spicy sauce. Huh. Let me just add that. to my list of things to try. Girl, you know, I don't be wanting to be rude, but at the same time, I kind of just be looking like, what sense does it make for you to come in here saying that? You know what I mean? Like, why'd you even come in here saying that? I had chicken nuggets tonight. You know, for some reason, because I know you shared with us that you're kind of picky, Casey. I don't know. I never thought you would be like a chicken nugget person. I don't know. For some reason, you give me chicken tender energy. You know what I mean? You always rude to me. How? The only thing I be saying to you is I just question your food choices or lack thereof, where you be talking about us and popcorn, or it was something else you said you didn't like, where I was kind of like, why is that? But yeah. But do y'all think that we need to stop glorifying college, or do y'all think that college is the same exact way as far as like perception? Do y'all think that it's still put on a pedestal like it used to be when we were growing up? Because to me, I don't know, you know, personally, I tell anybody, whenever somebody that I know graduates from high school or is contemplating college, I'm like, please think about the job market and where you want to go, and if it's like some type of job security before you get your degree. Or if you're going to get your degree, please make sure that like it's something where you know you can branch out into other things. Like it's not something too specific, because a lot of times people will go into stuff and then they'll just have a whole bunch of loans, like me. I mean, like, I just recently got a job doing what's in my field now, which again, it took me almost 10 years for me to get into this spot, I guess. As for glorifying college, I think it's good to go, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I think it's good to go if you're doing something specific. Otherwise, I will always tell people, do a trade. If possible, go into a trade, because it's way more affordable to go into it, and you'll more than likely, potentially, depending on what it is, have job security, and you will more than likely get paid well. For example, like if people want to become like an electrician or a plumber, or do what's it called, HVAC, like dealing with air conditioning and stuff like that, I will always tell people go into like a regular field like that, because technically it's not really, I guess, as regular. It's not as competitive in comparison to other fields. You know what I mean? So the next topic is, somebody said books should be all digital. And then they went on a rant about like why they feel like books should be all digital. Do y'all agree or disagree that books should be physical, or do you think that it would be better if books were completely all digital? Because I don't like the concept of digital books myself. It is very convenient that I could carry a whole bunch of books in here, which I do have a lot of books on my tablet. However, at the same time, it's like, at the same time, it's just books. I like the physical aspect of them. I like the way they smell too. And I like the feel of them and the designs and all that good stuff. And then there's also the factor that I feel like, you know, because we're in this time where a lot of digital media is getting deleted and stuff, or you potentially might not have access to things, there's a potential possibility that your media could end up being lost. So I like the smell of new books. Same. I really do too. New and old, unless it's a musty smell or like a mildewy smell. But I like the smell of new books too. It's something about it. Like, I love going into the bookstore and just, you know, not only look for different books or whatever, but just like flipping through the pages and you get that waft of just freshness, that fresh book smell. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just something so beautiful about it. Speaking of which, I need to go to the thrift store and like thrift shop some books actually. Because one of the things I used to love doing is going to the bookstore and finding like cookbooks and stuff like that. Or just older books that I haven't seen before. Because sometimes there be some good books at the bookstore and they're practically under like $4 and stuff like that. So this one's for you, Casey. But y'all, obviously, everybody can answer, but it says, chocolate chip cookies are better cold. Do y'all agree or disagree? Because, personally, I like chocolate chip cookies warm if it can be baked. Or it's like freshly baked. If it's packaged, no. I think the only packaged chocolate chip cookies I liked warmed up was the Chewy Chips Ahoy. And what I used to do when they first came out and my mom had got me some when I was younger, I used to like warm up 3 of them in a microwave for like a couple seconds, and then I would like cut it into like a pizza, and I would just break the little cookie parts apart with the little triangles and eat them separately. I was doing way too much. I was doing way too much with them Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies, but I don't know. It just made me feel powerful. I don't know. Nope, better warm. I like when they're done baked. Yeah, like they just taste so much better when they're warm and they're fresh out of the oven. Now, do y'all like to dip y'all cookies in milk? Let me know in the comments. Because when I was a kid, even though I did not like milk, I liked the concept of dipping them in milk. Specifically Oreo cookies, not chocolate chip cookies. But then I got older and realized, oh, I was forced to drink milk. I was forced to eat it, so I don't want it no more. Ew, milk, that stuff nasty. Same. Milk has never been something fond of to be consumed for me. Specifically, I really be thinking about when I was a kid and I don't really drink milk. Same. But I remember when I was a kid and my, specifically my grandmother, whenever I ate cereal, they used to try to force me to drink the milk that was in my cereal. And I'm like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, and so many other kids, they would explain that they liked the way the milk tasted because, you know, the sugar or the flavoring off the cereal would be in the milk. And I would just be like, bro, no. Absolutely not. I don't want to partake in that. That's nasty. But anyways, so someone said wearing white to a wedding as a guest is fine. What are y'all thoughts about that? Do y'all think do y'all think it is okay to wear white to a wedding as a guest? Be right back, going to shower. Sorry for the... Oh, you're fine. Personally, I don't know. You know, I've been to a many of weddings, and I feel like I saw a few people wearing white, but it wasn't like completely white. So do you think it's okay to wear white to a wedding? Like to, because you know how they say only the bride is supposed to wear white at the wedding? Do you think it's okay if a guest who comes to the wedding wears white? Because I've been to a few, and again, I've seen people wear like cream color or white, but it wasn't like exactly the same color. And I never really felt any type of way about it. However, I always feel like people who go out of their way to do it, it's weird. Especially if you know the bride doesn't want you to. That's weird to me. Someone said the day should start at sunrise and not at midnight. Do y'all agree with that? Because I actually do agree. They're definitely weirdest given they want it to be about them. Yeah, I agree. Because there's actually... I don't know if I included it in this one, but I am coming out with a video where this girl was talking about how her mother wanted to wear white on her special day, and it was definitely given she was making it about her and not about her daughter. It was very weirdo energy. Because it's like, you could pick any color and you chose to wear white. Please. But the other one is, do y'all think that the day should start at sunrise and not at midnight? So when I was a kid, I used to think that, it started off as 1 a.m. 1 a.m. is the new start of the new day. But for some reason, I don't know what transpired. I don't know if this was always the way things were, because I was really sitting there like, was it always 12 a.m. where we were supposed to be the next day? Because for some reason, my mind, like for when I was a kid, I do not recall that. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if like my mind just erased that, or like for some reason my mind was not playing catch up with what was going on. But I kind of like the idea of the day starting off with sunrise versus it being midnight, but I guess it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think it should start at midnight. I mean, if you're looking at it being AM, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me because I'm like, it's still dark out. Like, why is it AM and it's dark out? But anyways, okay, so I don't really know how many of y'all actually care for or like Ice Spice, right? But somebody was in the unpopular opinion section of Reddit, and they were saying, do you think that Ice Spice deserves the hate that she gets? And I was really sitting there, and I'm like, who really be paying attention to Ice Spice that much? You know what I mean? Like, it would be different if she was Cardi B, because I do think it is weird, for her specifically. I think it's so weird that, she came out that she was pregnant, and I guess now it's just all over Twitter or whatever. But it's like, I guess she a celebrity, but at the same time, it's the way people are talking about the situation. Now, don't get me wrong. My whole thought process is, she a celebrity. She got money. If she want a baby, she can take care of the baby. And I know people have opinions on, the situation, because I guess her boyfriend that she's with, I guess he just welcomed a new baby or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. What are y'all thoughts? Boo, Cardi B. Hey, Grimy, how are you? But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird the way people be up in her coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think that junk is kind of like, dang. Like, okay, she pregnant. What else is new? I don't know. But that's just me. But anyways, the question was, does Ice Spice deserve the hate that she gets? And Anyways, back to what I was saying though. My thing is, she don't talk about nothing. Like, I know she's a rapper, but she's not a very good one. Like, I will say, I feel like, you know, what you mean, boo? You gonna get him started where he start talking about, I guess, his issues with Cardi B. Ice Spice music all the same. It is. It very much is. The only thing I will say I like about her music is whoever produces it, whoever makes the beats, I like the beats. I just don't like the lyrics that she writes. Oh, you fine, because you know, you leave Ice Spice alone. Now, Grimy, what do you like about Ice Spice besides her looks? Is there anything else? Because I've actually seen some interviews of her, and I actually was like, oh, she seemed like a cool girl. I was like, wait a minute, I liked her. Then I was like, wait a minute, this song sounded the same as the last one. Welcome back. Yeah, like, brother song she got with Lotto dope. Is it the song that's dope, or is it the music video that's dope to you? Because, yeah. Because I was going to say, it seemed like you like it because of the WWE theme and because their butts are kind of out. Which is nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know. When it comes to Ice Spice, I really liked her initially because I went back to go listen to some of her older music or whatever before she came out with Munch. And I kind of was interested. But then when people started, I guess, exposing her and coming out with how she was a mean girl and how she was colorist and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, that doesn't look good, you know? All Lotto songs sound the same. Personally, I don't listen to Lotto. I think she's a pretty girl, but I don't listen to her, so I really don't have no opinion on her. The video was dope, but she really a lyricist. Okay, just kidding. See, I knew, because I was about to be like, she a lyricist for real? Please. And Ice Spice, but I kind of like her. So, I don't know. You know, again, I like some of her songs, but she's not very good at writing. Lotto, I like some of her songs. Me neither, barely. I was just gonna ask, is it because she bootylicious? That's what I was gonna say, because it was so freaking funny how I remember she was a topic of discussion when that poopy song that she made came out. And a lot of guys were saying how basically when Munch came out, they just had her on mute and just was watching her shake her butt. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Nah, but Cardi the same way though. I mean, Lotto. Yeah, Lotto is bootylicious. I'm not gonna lie. Now, Cardi, I F with. I like Cardi too. So, I like some of Cardi's songs. I like way more Cardi songs than anybody else. Like, even Megan Thee Stallion, I would say I like Cardi songs way more than anybody else right now. Cardi sound like whoever writes her lyrics like Diddy. I don't get that. I don't get it. I'm gonna need you to explain. Not them just staring at booty. Yes, because you know she always do that little one bend over where she be shaking it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad. You know, if you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that really messed me up was how she ended up losing weight, and then a lot of people lost interest in her because she started working out and stuff. And then I guess she realized, dang, like nobody interested if, I'm not, my butt not big or whatever. So I guess she stopped working out. I don't know. I don't know what Ice Spice did, but she did slim down and then she gained some of her weight back. And I was like, huh. It really sucks when you go viral for a specific type of gimmick and then you kind of have to stick with it in order to get, I guess, the attention or sales. Meaning if Busta wrote for Diddy, he would sound like Busta. So, oh, are you saying Diddy can't rap? So you saying Cardi can't rap is what you're saying? Because whenever I think of Diddy, I just think of him in the doorway and with that one song with Nicole from Pussycat Dolls, when he be in the door like this with the suit on and he be dancing. Because that's all I remember. Like, then who can rap? Female who can rap? I actually like Cardi's rapping, personally. Just like when Offset wrote for Cardi, she sounded like Offset. Oh, I get what you mean. Whoever the writer is, that's who they sound like. Okay. A current female rapper, that's actually good. I've never heard of Rhapsody before. I do not know who that is. What is her name? I do like. Let me see if I can pull her up. I do like. I think her name is Samira Sin or something like that, where she does freestyles and she also has regular music she comes out with, and I actually really do like her, but she's not that popular. Let me see. What is her name? What is her name? Yeah, Samara Sin is her name. SAMARACYN. And Rhapsody. I'll add that to my catalog so I could go back and listen to it, because I do not want to get copyright right now. But yeah. It's not, I don't know, that's just like, so I like Rico Nasty, but is she a rapper or is she more rock star? I guess she is a rapper. I don't know. I like Rico Nasty, cool. I just don't like her attitude. Like sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes she be doing some stuff where I kind of just be like, girl, you kind of disrespectful. Tierra Rack is really good. I really like her. I like No Name too. No Name is really good too. But they just don't get enough attention. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. For example, Megan Thee Stallion, right? I like Megan's personality. Just like I like Saweetie's personality. And sometimes both of them make catchy songs. But I'm sorry. I just don't like people who only rap about coochie. I really don't. Like, if you have to keep bringing up your coochie in every song, you lost me. And maybe it's me getting older and I'm starting to pay attention to the lyrics or something. But like, I just really don't. Her last song wasn't it. Yeah, Yeah, I agree. Because I had watched the music video and it's, of course it's sexual. But I was just watching it and I'm just like, that's, no. We're, no. Because I remember she hopped on, I think she was on Instagram or some social media and she was like, y'all didn't watch my music video, like, is this something else I need to do? And I'm like, yes, stop talking about your privates. like, please talk about something else, bro. Please. As much as I don't like Megan, she could freestyle. She can freestyle. I don't have no issue with Megan. I just don't care for the constant talking about the privates. I really, because I'm like, if that's all you can talk about, it's like, girl, come on, man. Eventually it gets old. Truly. But regardless, let's see. Okay. All right, so now I have topics. All right, so it says, guy I invited over expecting compensation for his taxi ride. What is going on? They are all sirens. Megan, Doja Cat, SZA, and Ice Spice. Oh, you know what? Doja Cat is a good lyricist. I like Doja Cat's rapping. Like, she probably up there in my top. Like, if I had to pick just one person I actually like. But I also like her because she diverse. SZA. Is Megan a siren? I don't know. When I think of sirens, I think of vocal. And whenever I think of siren, I think of Rihanna and freaking Halle from Chloe and Halle. Because they both sound like sirens. I would not call Megan a siren. She just got a body. Would not call SZA a siren. Well, no, I wouldn't call SZA a siren. And I definitely, for sure, would not call Ice Spice a freaking siren. Poopy? You not even a fart, bro. No. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But Rihanna was definitely a siren. Rihanna was the first siren I heard where I was like, something about her vocals, it's a spot in my brain where I'm like, she definitely was a mermaid luring people to their demise, where they would crash their boats on the shore and she would eat them for parts. Like, that is definitely the energy that she gives me. Didn't her and ASAP have their baby too? I think they did recently, like in this past week. I wonder if they about to keep on popping out more kids though. I know they said they were trying just to have a girl, but yeah. But anyways, so the topic is, guy I invited over expected compensation for his taxi ride. What is going on? I think Kali Uchis is one too, but I actually really like her. Yeah, she sounds more old school. Like, something about her voice sounds way more old school to me. But the person who wrote this is a female in their mid-30s. They say, I connected with the guy on a dating app late at night. We bonded over the TV show I was watching. I mentioned I was feeling lonely for some company, so he asked if he should come over to watch it with me. I agreed, specifically saying I probably don't want to have intimacy, physical intimacy, right? He said it's fine. he got here, I gave him what? He got here and he came over. They watched 1.5 episodes. The girl said, I wasn't feeling the vibe. Why would you invite somebody over and it's your first time meeting them and you're not feeling the vibe? Anyways, she said I wasn't feeling the vibe. My period was starting. I was having cramps. I told him he should probably go since I didn't know him. I only told him about the cramps, but not the no vibes part. I was afraid he'd get upset and maybe hurt me. I will never understand how people just be inviting people over their place. I really don't. Like, that's something I just don't get. Anyways, today I told him via writing how I wasn't feeling it and I don't want to continue getting to know him. He got upset, said that I should have offered to pay for his taxi. Since he had to go home, he said he would have declined, of course, but I should have offered. Why do I owe him something? I don't get it. Am I in the wrong? Did any kind of dating etiquette change that I don't know about? How would y'all feel in this situation? Or would you partake in a situation where somebody came over to your place and the person realized they weren't feeling said person and they were like, yeah, you should probably head up out of here? Obviously not sealing the deal of physical intimacy, even though that was disclosed prior that they weren't going to do anything in the first place. And then the person gets mad when the original individual is like, yeah, I don't think that this situation is going to be a thing for us. There's no vibe for real. And then they tell you, you should have offered to pay for my ride back home. How would you feel about that? Because personally, I would have just blocked them. Because I'm like, there's no point of us having this conversation. I said the vibe was not there. But also, I would not be inviting somebody that I don't really know to my place. Because that's weird. And dangerous. Like, I would never understand people who do stuff like that, because you just don't know what type of people you gonna get basically interacting with you, talking with you, coming over your place, especially if you don't know anything about them. You just don't know what type of vibe they could be on, because she could say, oh, you know, I don't want to do anything, and then now they acting crazy. Even if you already established it previously, it's like you just don't really know what type of time people are going to be on. And that's why I always tell people, you need to meet people away from your home. Don't let them know where you live to pick you up. Make sure you always got money for a ride home. Make sure you also got money to cover the cost of your food. I don't know. All that reminds me of, well, not this specific story, but whenever, actually my mind is like tracking something else, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. So do y'all remember that story on TikTok that went viral about the woman who was venting on TikTok, sharing how she went on a date with this man that she did not like? She literally was just going so he could buy whatever, drinks, food, whatever. She gets there. He told her originally, I want to go out for drinks with you. She was like, okay, bet. She gets to the place. The guy proceeds to, you know, chit-chat it up with her or whatever. The girl, again, she does not like this man. She proceeds to order platter after platter of oysters, to the point where she orders about 6, 7, 8 platters worth of oysters. And the guy looking at her, and he ends up leaving. But he tells her, like, you know, I asked you out for drinks, and you ordering oysters, which are expensive. Mind you, platters. And she got mad and basically tried to blast him on TikTok, basically making it seem like he should have stayed and paid for everything. And you know, it's just so crazy to me how some people use people, bro, or feel like they should be able to use people just because. And I think it's so interesting how a lot of women, it's like they want a man, but they hate men. Like, sometimes I want to make a video about that, but I feel like it's going to ruffle a bit too many feathers. But I just find it so interesting how there are a lot of women that, like, really hate men but act like they want to use them or do use them. I don't know. It's just such an interesting concept to me because I'm like, how are you mad at this man for setting a boundary and telling you, I really wanted to get to know you. I wanted to see where this could go, so I invited you out for drinks. And then you get here, you seem uninterested in me, but I'm gonna still talk to you. I'm gonna still get you your drink because you look beautiful. You came out tonight. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, you're ordering oysters. You're ordering multiple oysters. And you're also not really talking with me. Oh, you wanted a meal out of me, a huge, expensive meal. And then you got the audacity to be looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm only paying for the drinks. Girl. And then you trying to make it seem like he the problem. It's like, no. You sound not ideal. Yeah, you really don't know what type of people you're going to get at all. I'm all right. How are you? But yeah, I don't know. It's just really interesting seeing the way, I guess, people singularly think when it comes to dating. Because I've noticed, like, that's the biggest thing. People definitely think singularly, or they're thinking me, me, me. They're not even thinking about how they could affect the other person at all, which is truly unfortunate, which is why I really do feel for people who are kind and have, like, good hearts and stuff, because sometimes they do get the short end of the stick where it's like, you know, they want to find somebody, but with the way dating is now, a lot of people are only thinking about themselves or what they can get from somebody versus thinking about what they could actually build with somebody. Y'all know what I mean? But yeah. It's crazy how I said I did not like these. And you know, maybe this is how people drink. Like, I never really thought about it, but I literally got on here like a month or two ago. Michigan, what about you? But I literally got on here a month ago and I explained how I absolutely did not like that. And then because I was like drinking the pop so much, I ended up developing a taste where I'm like, this ain't so bad. And that's how people become drinkers. I'm pretty sure that is how people become drinkers, because but I would not make no decision to actually partake in the alcohol of the hall. You know what I mean? Because that junk is nasty. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, Wyoming. That's pretty cool. Yellowstone. I have no idea where that is located for real. But welcome. But yeah. This is how you know I have a pop problem. But, alright, let's go to the next topic. It says, I'm crushing on a guy that works at a cafe and I don't know what to do. All right. I live with bisons. Oh, you got that bison meat out there. Okay. That's real nice. You know, I keep hearing, you know, the bison, the meat is good. I want to try some because I think we have a restaurant out here where they sell stuff that's bison meat. I think that's what you meant. There be some nasty sodas out there. There really is. Like some of them, taste like medicine. And I don't mess with anything that has a medicinal taste. I really don't. Hey Blair, how are you? Cause yeah, I really You know what I need to do? I need to really work out for real because I really started contemplating my life. I'm gonna get back into the topic, but I just wanted to say this because I feel like so you remember in one of your lives, I'm good, Jazz. Thanks for asking. That's good. So, Jasmine, you remember in one of your lives, well, it was a few where you were talking about how, you would be sitting on the floor and, it would be hurting. And I was like, yeah, that'd be me too. But at the same time, I'm starting to wonder. In my case, I'm like, is it because it's not enough fluff back there? Because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Because this has been happening when I'm sitting in chairs as well as when I'm sitting on the floor. And maybe it's just me getting stiff or something. Because I'm like, absolutely not. I cannot be doing this with myself. And I was like, I need... I'm going to try not to laugh. I'm just saying, like, I really be sitting here like, bro, is it because it's bony? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm all right. I'm really proud of myself because I reached 1K, man. I'm out here, But yeah, I'm pretty good for the most part. I got a bison farm. Okay, that's what's up. I hope you working those bisons because I don't know what they do for real. I really don't know what they do in a farm except graze it. Like, I really don't know. Gonna be needing a pillow or something. Yeah, because I have a couple of the floor cushions in my cart on Amazon, and I was like, maybe I should get one. I'll probably invest either in a floor cushion or one of those foldable chairs up. I told you reach 1K subs this year. Yes, you did. Yes, we spoke it out into existence. Bison nuggets use. They had bison nuggets in public school. I must have missed those. Because I did not have them. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, I was like, I don't know. If I knew what it was, I probably, I don't know if I want to partake. They always eat grass. See, that's what I thought. And, that's another thing. I always wonder, what type of grass do they eat? Like I know it's regular grass, but is it something that makes them taste better? You know what I mean? Because the chickens be eating the corn, I think. And they be tasting real good. And it makes me wonder about Cornish hens. What's that about? Like, are Cornish hens, they're related to chickens, right? That's a form of chicken, isn't it? I don't know. I could never have a farm. I could never. Like, that was a goal of mine in life, and I don't think I would be the best person to have a farm. Because I would definitely be a vegetarian. Yes, missed out. Bison nuggets were delicious, real talk. That's crazy. I never knew that they would have bison nuggets in public schools. Yeah, Cornish hens are so freaking good. I had one for the first time, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. My husband had got some and made some, and I was delighted because he had 2 and I had 2. And first of all, they so cute and little. They are so freaking adorable. Like, I was just like, this is my own personal little rotisserie. like, I don't know, something about it is just so freaking adorable. But they taste delicious. Bison's closely related to the cow. They are? That sounds about right. That truly sounds about right because, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm back, and what did I miss? Well, right now we're talking about bisons and Cornish hens. Before we were talking about rappers for a little bit, and then, well, female rappers, and then we ended up talking about this situation where this person let somebody over their house who they didn't really know for real, and it was like a whole issue. The biggest bison is named Kermit. That's cute. Kermit the Bison. That's funny. All right, now we are going to get into the topic. It says, I'm crushing on a guy that works at a cafe and don't know what to do. All right, so the person, yeah, we were just, so I was talking about this unpopular opinion where this person was basically saying Ice Spice doesn't deserve the hate that she gets or whatever. And we were just briefly talking about that, and then it kind of branched out into other female rappers pretty much. Which, it wasn't nothing too in-depth, if I'm being completely honest. Well, I say I have a crush on a lady, not a dude. Oh, you have a crush, Casey? Is it the Rose Rundown? Let me stop. Let me stop. Because I really be instigating. I'm so sorry, girl. I just really had to. Jazz, I have to go. Nice to meet you. You're very kind. Bye. Thank you for visiting. Hope you have a great night. Oh, okay, Jazz. Dope female rappers I know. Yeah, there are some dope ones. I'm gonna get you. I had a feeling. I really feel like I got a booger up my nose. I really cannot stand that feeling. You in trouble. I'm sorry. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I was just wondering. Well, I'm not trying to put myself down, but when I have a crush on a lady, I get hurt a lot because of disabilities I have and they don't want me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Casey. That's so truly unfortunate. Like, I will say it can be tough to date when you do have disabilities, truly. I'm playing. Rose, you in timeout. Me, what I do. And no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it can be very difficult when you have disabilities and you try to navigate things, but don't let it get you down. You know, I'm not going to say it's somebody for everybody, but what I will say is hopefully you do have more and more opportunities to meet different people where you can potentially find your person, you know? It's just the process of, I guess, chatting with people, whether it's online, in person if you're able to, you know what I mean? My bad, Rose, type too fast. It happens and they just missing out a lot of me. Exactly. Tokyo-esque. I want to cuss, but I'm not. It's all goodies, beautiful queen. Appreciate you. Yes, like, don't even worry about them, because that just means they just weren't the one for you. But, yeah, okay. I'm crushing on a guy at a cafe at work and don't know what to do. Oh, at cafe. He works at a cafe and I don't know what to do. Okay, so the person who wrote this is a 24-year-old female. It says, I go to this cafe quite often since it's close to where I live. I moved a couple months ago, and since then I have my packages delivered there, since it also works as a pickup point. I order stuff online quite a lot since it's very convenient for me, and for that reason, I see him maybe once a week or a bit less. It is a weird situation. When I don't see him for a longer period of time, I kind of forget about him and think, whatever, I don't care that much. But when I do see him, it starts all over again and worse than before. I saw him yesterday and he has me feeling like a teenager at my grown age. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's close to my age. He is very quiet, doesn't talk much, and rarely looks at people when he's working. Always has his head down. I've noticed on a couple of occasions when I'm waiting in line, he takes glances at me and quickly looks down again if I notice and look back at him. But I've learned with experience that this often doesn't mean anything. And since he is very quiet and keeps to himself, it's very difficult to even imagine what he could be thinking. I don't even know if he has a girlfriend already. I have his Instagram because I know his mom's name. Oh, she sounds like a stalker. I have his Instagram because I know his mom's name. The cafe is hers, so her name is on a document framed on the wall, and found him through her. But honestly, I feel like it may give stalker vibes. It does. It truly does. If I follow him, it may seem like stalker vibes if I follow him or something. I'm stuck and feeling so childish because this stuff used to happen to me when I was in high school. I feel like the only option is to never go there again and completely forget about this situation. I'm too shy to even think about approaching him, and the fact that he is so quiet and rarely talks to anyone doesn't make it any easier. So what would y'all do? Dang, she giving stalker vibes. What the hell? What would y'all do if y'all were in a situation where there was a guy or a girl that worked at the cafe that you were interested in, and you ended up realizing that they were shy, they didn't really say much, but you wanted to talk to them, but you weren't sure how to approach them? What would you do in that situation? Let me know in the comments. I'ma wait. I think she should ask him, but then in the same breath, maybe he's not interested in just looking. Could be. Hello, Ara and Elo's vlog. How are you? I agree. So I'm gonna be honest. If this was me, I would probably, if I was very invested and I really wanted to see the potential possibility of what could happen, I would probably go up to that place a bit more often, maybe. Because she says she goes up there once a week, if that, to pick up packages. I would honestly probably frequent there a bit more often just to spark up conversation. And what I mean by spark up conversation, like I would get my order and I'd be like, hi, how are you doing? You know, make a little small chit chat. And after I did it maybe about 4 or 5 times, you could tell if somebody is interested or not, in my opinion. Like, I feel like you could tell if, you could spark up a conversation, you could tell somebody's not interested, or if they just working, you know what I mean? However, at the same time, personally, I probably wouldn't even say anything, and I would just let this crush go, specifically if this is the place where you pick up your packages. Because let's say she asked this guy out or tried to get closer to him. Let's say she wasn't his type. Now, you still gotta see this guy who turned you down all the freaking time while you pick up your packages. And you always gotta remember every time you step foot in that cafe that he turned you down till he get a different job or you move. Like, and the fact that she went and found the Instagram is crazy. Like, I know a lot of people do stuff like that, but to me, that is absolutely insane. This is like a business place. It's not like you saw this person through a friend. You literally went to you went and found the cafe Instagram, found the mom, then found the son. Girl, are you down bad, or you need to get out the house and talk to other people? Because I'm like, that is kind of wild to do. I'm glad she didn't work the same floor was on. But yeah, I'm like, that's kind of wild to me to find somebody on social media. That kind of reminds me, y'all remember that one guy? I think it was like either pre-pandemic. Yeah, I think it was pre-pandemic. This boy who worked at Target named Alex or something went viral because a lot of, girls thought he was attractive and people found his Instagram. I'm like, stuff like that is so wild to me. Like, somebody really came in the store, took a picture of this dude while he working, and now he popular all over the internet. And ended up making a social media and then getting a whole bunch of followers just because people thought he was attractive. Like, when I tell you, the world is so vain. It's such a wild, vain place. So wild. And then he ended up getting so many brand deals just because so many girls were following him because he was attractive. Then he had to stop working there. And I'm just like, that is absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Go viral for anything nowadays, which is wild. It is wild. Like, that's crazy that some teenage girl was like, oh, you're attractive. Snap picture. Let me post you. Like, actually, I don't like stuff like that. I really don't like stuff where people will go somewhere and they will still like see somebody out in public, and then instead of talking to said person, they'll take a picture of them and they'll be like, TikTok, do your thing, find this person. Like, you were standing right in front of them. You could have just said hi. You were right there. But instead, you decided to take a picture of them, which they did not ask for. They did not ask to be put on the internet. And you asking the public to find them when you literally were right there in front of them. That's so wild to me. Like, I understand people don't like rejection, but you could have just said, hi, how are you? Like, what's your shirt say? It says, one day karma will bite you in the ass. That's what it says. I got this a long time ago. Well, probably like 5 or 6 years ago. Remember chick last year working Home Depot went viral, was scary, even Shaq all up in her DM. Yeah, like that girl, which was so weird to me. And then the thing about that whole situation was people found her attractive. Like, a whole bunch of guys found her attractive. And then she said something, and like, it wasn't nothing crazy, but I think she said she was either going to go to school or something about her religious beliefs or something, and it made the men mad. And I did not understand what that whole situation was about. But they basically tried to like dox her and get her fired. That junk was so weird to me. Like, I don't know. People are weird on the internet. But yeah, I don't know. Like, when I was younger, if I saw somebody attractive at somewhere that I frequented, I normally did not approach them. Specifically, if I like that place, like if I know I'm always going to come to this place, there's no way I'm telling you anything about me having a crush on you or something, because absolutely not. Like, that junk would really be uncomfortable if, for example, I used to go to this one liquor store all the time to get these sub sandwiches that they used to have, right? I would get me a sub sandwich or a piece of pizza and a Faygo pop or some sort of candy or whatever. And I would go in there all the time. And there were some attractive guys in there occasionally, but I would never talk to any of them because I'm like, this, you don't lay where you eat, or whatever the saying is. Like, you do not you do not mess up somewhere that you frequent unless you don't mind it, or you plan on like never coming back again, or you just don't mind it. Because for me, I get embarrassed real easily, so I would never want to be in a situation where like there's somewhere I normally go to and then there's this guy there and potentially stuff doesn't work out. You know what I mean? I'm weird. Don't be hating. What you mean? I don't get what you mean. But yeah. All right. So the next topic says, is it wrong to ask her out on her birthday? I'm not sure. All right, so would y'all ask somebody out on their birthday? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, for a first date, would you ever ask somebody out? No, it could be nice. Would you ever want to be asked out for your birthday? As a first date? Yes, I would. Oh, no. Maybe the second or third date. No, I wouldn't ask someone out on a date on their birthday. Okay. So the person who wrote this is a 22-year-old male. It says, I have been talking with this girl who's 21 years old for a week or so now, and I think we're starting to get serious. She says she misses me, tells me she wants to rub my back, send me pictures of herself, and is very engaged in our conversation. Recently, this girl told me her birthday is coming up at the end of the month, and I've been contemplating if that would be a good day to ask her. Personally, I can see that there are cons to this, like having to share an anniversary and a birthday. I would much rather celebrate the days apart because both of those events are very special to me. Just a thought, not fully committed on the idea yet, just looking for advice. So, well, it depends on the guy, to be honest, like if they would be good company to be around. I could understand that. So, me personally, okay, so personally, I would not want somebody to have my first day on my birthday, particularly because I don't want you messing up my day if it don't go well. Like, I don't know if this is going to be a good date, and it would suck for you to ruin my birthday if it's not going to be a good date. You know what I mean? Bro trying to get that birthday love from her. Hope weird motives, not at all. Yeah, He might be. I don't know. But for me, I'm like, I would not do something like that as a first date. I would probably be like, because my assumption is you would already have plans. That's what I would assume. But I would probably do something real simple. So, for example, it's like, do you know where that person lives? Because you could DoorDash them something if you just wanted to do a gesture, or you could drop them off something real quick if you want to do something. But having an actual date is like, I don't know. Because I know how I was when I was single, and I would find that performative. Like, I would literally be sitting there like, so you trying to take me out on my birthday? I don't know you well enough to know if you're being for real or for fake. I don't know. Let's go out after my birthday. You know what I mean? He needs to wait to go on a date, just not a birthday at all. Yeah, because, again, you don't know if somebody had plans. It's like, that's a big, I don't know, because that could also be taken the wrong way too. Like, you just being like, hey, you want to do something on your birthday? Like, so you assuming they don't have plans? You assuming that they didn't decide on what they wanted to do? You trying to take over their birthday? You know what I mean? I'd be like, how about we go before your birthday or a week after? But still reach out to them and do something. Like, even if it's something small, be like, oh, I got you a little present, a little gift. And it's something like real simple, you know? But I don't know. Couldn't be me. Not on his DJ Khaled. He could be. I don't know, you know, because I'm like, I think it's funny. Well, again, I don't know. You know, I know people are completely different, but the way the person is like, I have been talking with this girl for a week or so now, and I think we're starting to get serious. It's been a week, bro. And don't get me wrong, because I used to think stuff was so serious myself within a week, within a couple days even. But realistically speaking, it's like, you don't know that person. You just met them. How you know it's getting serious? How do you know that? You don't. But anyways, now the next topic says she's pregnant. She's pregnant. I hate when my email does this. Anyways, so this person says, I'm a 20-year-old male. My love of my life since 10 years old from 5th grade has gotten pregnant. She broke up with me about 12 months ago. This is more than a high school sweetheart type of thing. That's rough. It was revealed to me she's a few months pregnant now for the guy she left me with. I could type 10 paragraphs about this to go into further detail, but I don't want to overtype for anyone. I think about this every day. I was revealed this news the beginning of summer. It's like, how can you betray me? We talked about pregnancy and planned names, etc. I recently found out she blocked me too. She must have blocked me when she got pregnant because she didn't block me initially. People might say, dude, you're young. But I don't even want no one else. This one stings. If anyone can type their insight, that would be appreciated. You know, I feel for this young man, but at the same time, I'm like, y'all been broken up for a whole year, bro. Even if that was your high school sweetheart, she clearly has moved on. And you know, and maybe it's just me because I've had certain experiences, but they also didn't disclose why they broke up or anything. I assume she broke up with him and potentially started a new relationship, maybe. But he needs to move on. I don't know why the way I read that sounds like it sounded so hilarious, like dang. But I completely agree because it's been a whole year. She clearly has started a whole family. And you feel some type of way about it, which I can get, I can understand, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you only have known her. And you know, sometimes I do wonder, because I know some people who have only been with one person since like middle school, high school. And I do wonder how they do it. Truly. I truly wonder how they do it. Because, you know, you go through different versions of yourself as you get older. And you would have to hope that your person grows with you and does not grow apart from you. You know what I mean? Bro need to let that go. Pregnant sweetheart moved on, got baby daddy too. Oh nah, bro, run baby daddy drama. Potentially. Right now, he shouldn't even be focused on her. They've been broken up with her whole freaking year. But I don't know. You know, it does make me wonder again about people who have had long-term relationships with people and they've only been with that one person for years since, you know, they were kids. Because I do feel like sometimes people who have only been with those same people sometimes have these moments where they wonder, was it something else out there for me? Like, don't get me wrong, some people just know that their person is their person, but I do feel like there are way more people who end up in a situation where they get to a point where they're like in their 30s and their 40s and they start wondering if there was something else out there or they didn't explore more, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know. I can understand feelings being hurt. I'm trying to think if I ever been in a situation where I liked someone and found out they had kids. No. I can't really think of any scenario where that happened. Oh, wait, no. Yes. So, quick story time. Actually, do I want to save that for my memberships? Because that is kind of a juicier story. Yeah, I'm going to say that for my memberships. But all I will say is I was in a situation where I found out somebody was going to have a baby and they didn't disclose it to me, and I had been dating them for like 2 or 3 months. And I was young, so I didn't really know how to feel about it. I was just trying to be supportive of the situation because I knew it was a lot for that person to be going through since it was their first kid. Oh yeah, they were definitely wrong. But to be fair, they were kids themselves. Like, this happened when I was in high school. So, but at the same time, you know, I think the issue I had was I didn't like that they didn't communicate certain things with me because basically we ended up we ended up like not dating because of the situation, because he was going through a lot because, you know, he a kid himself and then he about to have to raise a kid himself. And he didn't know what he was doing with his life and was trying to figure out how he was about to take care of a baby, basically. So we ended up breaking up, which was fine. But yeah, that was a very interesting situation for a teenager to be in, for both of us. a very interesting situation. But yeah, I think that's the only time I've been in a situation where somebody had like I guess had a baby. Well, in that case that person was talking to me. But yeah, I don't know what my exes are doing now, to be honest, but to my knowledge, when I was like, when we became exes, I don't think any of them had babies like immediately after the fact, to my knowledge. But then again, I wouldn't know because I either blocked them or they blocked me. I'm sure some of them have kids now, though, for sure. But yeah, I. Oh no, I feel like I would definitely let that person, go for real. I would think if somebody had a kid, it's like you kind of do have to let them go because it's like, well, you made a decision to have a kid with somebody. Like, what can you do? You can't do anything. Y'all not together. It's not like they cheated. Because in my opinion, once you broke up, y'all broken up. There is no going back. Or at least that's how I see things now. When I was younger, I definitely was under the concept of potentially you can make things work with somebody, much later. But then I grew up and I was like, yeah, no. No, I cannot speak Persian. I can only speak English. But yeah. Have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all dated somebody and then y'all felt like, y'all broke up and then y'all felt like y'all could potentially get back together? Or you wanted to get back together with that person later? Have y'all ever been in a situation like that? I think I've been in a situation like that maybe a handful of times when I was younger. But I didn't know no better. Yeah, because it's like, when you have a breakup, you do still have the hope that something could potentially happen where y'all get back together, depending on what the breakup was about. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. But, oh, man, I did that pretty fast. For some reason, I thought I was going to be on, yapping way longer. I give y'all 20 more minutes and then I'm going to get off of here. But yeah, I am coming out with my fall. What did you say it was? Bucket list? Fall. I forgot what it's called. 20 more. I'm just kidding. I really said I told myself when I first got on here, I was like, I'm gonna do potentially 2 hours if I'm gonna do anything, because I was like, last time I was on here for almost 4 freaking hours and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that today, because I do want to record 2 or 3 videos tonight, and I do want to go look through my clothes to figure out what outfit I'm gonna wear this weekend so I don't have to worry about that. Oh yes, fall vision board on Tuesday. Okay, that's what it is. Fall vision board. Because I keep calling it a bucket list. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. Fall vision board. Fall bucket list. On Tuesday. Yeah, I don't really know what I don't know if I'm gonna just make the video where it's just that. I don't think I'm gonna put it in anything. I'm gonna just probably just have it as a standalone video maybe. I have something food related I want to put it in. I'm so excited. Ooh, you know I like to eat. You know I like food. But anyways, I might end up doing the same. It's been mad boring. Man become Neo dodge sketchy situations. Some women try to trap me. Man, some people are just crazy. Because I've had some men try to trap me as well. And yeah, that's not it. Yeah, either can work. You can do that. Whatever works. Me too. It's just been in the fridge like before you came on. I was bored. I'm not gonna lie. I've been missing you going live, man. Like I've really been sitting here these past few days. Well, you were live Tuesday, but yesterday I was sitting here like, let me tune into my girl. Oh wait, she ain't going live today. Yeah. like bucket list or vision board cool with me. I'm gonna probably name it both. Like usually I'm good. I thought about yesterday. I should have went live. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I mean, it's fine. I understand. It's no hard feelings if you want to take a little break. You know what I mean? It's just you were a part of my routine. So, like, I would have me a snack or something when you would come on there. And then I would just be watching you, and, engaging in the chat or whatever. And then I was like, it's Wednesday. What am I about to do with myself? I was like, what am I about to do? Because then I look back at your community wall post and I'm like, oh yeah, she did say she wasn't going live. Well, guess I'll just twiddle my toes and watch some reruns or something. It became a part of mine too. That's why I haven't stopped. Known for doing live streams on YouTube real time. Yes, she do. Like, man, I just be so used to hopping on your lives now. Cause, it's been months at this point. So I'm just like, well, what do you do? What do you do with yourself at this point when Jasmine is not live? Who knows? I don't know. What am I doing? Like, what I need to be doing is creating content, but I don't. What have you been watching? So I started back watching the Parkers and Everybody Loves Raymond. Like I was watching like different anime. But at the same time, I try not to watch stuff that's too distracting because I know if I start watching an anime, I would just binge watch it the entire night and then I won't do anything else. So I usually try to save those or like chop it up into specific ways. Because if I don't, I will waste the whole night just watching one show. I saw this really good movie on Netflix last night. Oh, what was it? Sure has. Y'all help me out with that. I be wondering too. Yes, girl, I love the Parkers. Yeah, like, again, it's just an adjustment because, again, I'm just so used to you going live practically almost every day. And I know you've been transitioning into not doing it as much, which I understand because, like I said, I don't know how you were going live as long as you were because to me, it's draining after a while. For example, I am kind of sleepy at this point, but it's like, I don't know. I admire for how long you was doing it, because I got 2 nights in me out the month. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I still want to enjoy it. The watch hours was the main drive. I get that. Like, I'm telling you, the only thing, it be taking everything in me to not just pop up on here every day myself and try to knock out some watch hours. Because knowing me, I would just get on here during lunchtime and just yap for like an hour and then get off. Now, whether anybody would come in here would be a completely different story. But because I'm like, going live at night is tiring after a while to me. Because I want to do other stuff. Like, not necessarily other stuff, but at nighttime, I don't really be wanting to talk to I don't really be wanting to talk to people unless it's like I know I'm supposed to be doing something specific like the weekend or something. But usually during the week, because, work or whatever, I just be wanting to just keep to myself sometimes, because I'm like, well, I talked to people today. Let me just, you know what I mean? I'm getting back solo live stream before 2026, but in 2025. Okay, I see you. I'm looking forward to that, man. And I be getting sleepy like Tuesday live. I was getting mad sleepy. It's like that because, again, when you sitting on here and it's like, sure, I'm talking to y'all in the chat, but I mean, I have to keep myself up to scroll to make sure I'm paying attention and engaged. It's not like you actually physically talking with somebody like next to you or whatever. But you're like, I want to stay in my bubble. Yeah. That's how I be feeling, to be honest. Plus, like, again, I just be concerned about if I'm being entertaining enough. Like, that's always a concern. But I know I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. I know in December I'm gonna do live every week. Honestly, depending how many people I get in my memberships when I get them, I'll probably go live on my memberships every week. Or at least 2 extra lives. But I don't really know how many people I'm gonna get in there. Because I'm not really expecting too much. Oh, because I had told my mom, I had called my mom today and I was like, guess what? And she was like, you got your 1K, huh? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. And she was like, well, what else do you need? And I was telling her, like, honestly, I just need to get the watch hours. And she was like, well, send me a playlist or something so I can watch it while I'm at my job. And I was like, oh, my mom is supportive. I appreciate you. Because sometimes she watches my stuff. And then other times she'll tell me, like, yeah, I haven't been getting no notifications. And I'm like, well, that makes sense because she hasn't really been on YouTube as much lately. Like, every now and again, she'll get the notification. But the thing that be getting me about my mom is she'll be like, oh, yeah, I got your notification for your video. I'll be like, oh, okay, you watched it? And she'll be like, girl, that junk said it was 30 minutes long. I'm not watching that right now. Could you watch it, please? I really be being like, dang, so you just go skip over my video because it's 30 minutes long? And she'll be like, yeah, because it's long. What are you talking about for 30 minutes? And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, I swear, like, at least she honest. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I really just be looking at her like, come on, bro. Like, help me out, man. Help me out. I get where you're coming from. Like, people be scurrying away. They do. Yeah, I need to give another go for solo live streams. You should. Experiment whatever you want to do, try it out, because I know that's what I did. I just experimented, and I don't know. I like the vibe of the chill live streams where it's just, I'm talking about whatever. Keep some sort of conversation going in the chats to a degree. Or just talk about whatever's going on, or people bring up topics in a live. But I definitely think you should experiment and see whatever you enjoy doing. Yes, you should try it this way. You never know. You really should. So sweet, moms are the best. She can be. Gotta figure another angle solo live stream since been dry collaborations for some time being. I get you. I guess. Sure, I'll watch it. Some people I won't, but yours I do. I appreciate you. Some people need to learn how to edit. Like your video needs a rotate. The way I've been trying to read your shirt. Oh, it says one day karma will bite you in the ass. That's what it says. I got it from TeePublic a couple years back. Nah, I feel what you mean though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's some people videos that I watch and I'm like, dang, I really wish you would have edited that video or like edited some of your videos, because it probably would have did well if you did edit it. Because another thing, so I don't know if y'all do this. It's somebody's, that's all I'm gonna say. It's the way you slightly will say something. It's like you'll say so much, but also you not saying it all the way, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that. Like, I be wanting to tell them, like, you need to rotate it. People don't grow or evolve is a real issue. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's a couple, actually, it's a decent amount of people I watch where I want to tell them something, where I'm like, if you could just edit these parts out, this would really help you. But I know that people don't like unwanted advice. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people will just prefer to do their own thing or whatever. And, I get it. But at the same time, it's like Gilbert Maddox said, it's people don't really want to grow, or they feel entitled because they've been doing something for a while, or it's not really much you can say without somebody getting offended, because they'll just be like, I didn't ask you. And it's like, okay, but this could help you. I'm trying to help you out, man. Like, yes, not everything needs to be in the video, right? True is not everything is content, but yeah. Because I don't know, sometimes I want to say stuff, but I'm like, it's not my place, I guess. Because I'm like, I don't want to say something and then now here they go talking mess about me in a vlog or something. Because then it's like, dang, I was trying to help you out. Like, and they don't see it and they'll be like, okay. Yeah, for sure. Like, you could tell somebody something from your perspective and then they'll be looking at their stuff like it's the best thing. People definitely are very biased when it comes to their own content, because I know I used to be similar. And I will say I do appreciate my mom because my mom is very honest. So there have been some times where she'll tell me like, yeah, this was boring. I didn't like the way you did this. I didn't like the way you did that. And I'll be sitting there like, dang, I did not ask you. But at the same time, I'll go back and watch it after it's been like some days. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. You were right. I need to not do that no more. Sometimes got to reinvent yourself, real talk. You definitely do. Like, when it comes to anything, you kind of have to just keep, like, experimenting and growing and figuring out what works. Because the other thing I feel like a lot of YouTubers don't try to look up, like, YouTube tip videos. I'm obsessed with YouTube tip videos. Like, I'll still watch them. Some stuff works and some stuff doesn't for me specifically, but I still try to grow some type of way. Like, even if it's just me, trying to figure out how to use DaVinci Resolve. Because just recently, this past week, I learned some different like filters I can use in there, which I'm so hype about, which I'm definitely going to be experimenting with this next month. But almost did story time video with former co-host. No, to be a villain in her story, okay with that. Yeah, like, it's really unfortunate, but sometimes you do have to just be okay with people seeing you as the issue, even if you know that's not the truth. Because I know I've had maybe one or two situations like that where I'm pretty sure people might have said something about me that wasn't true. But it's like, in the case of the situation, I'm like, other people have been through the same issue with you. So I can't be the villain if so many other people are having the same issue with you. You know what I mean? And with me and how I am, if I have a problem with you, I know everybody else do. Because I usually don't have issues with people. But, that's great, Jasmine. Yeah, like, I will say, DaVinci Resolve, it does seem like a difficult editing software at first, but if you take some time to learn or experiment, you could learn it, and it's not that bad to use when it comes to editing your YouTube videos and stuff. That was something my husband had to tell me, actually. Because I tried my hardest to avoid using a new editing software, and then he was like, you should definitely use it because it will help your editing so much more. It'll make stuff so much easier. And then unfortunately, when Windows Movie Maker, when they got rid of the Windows Movie Maker, I was like, what the freak am I gonna do? So I was forced to use DaVinci Resolve at that point, and I absolutely love it now. Of course, it was a strong learning curve, but I absolutely love it now. But I edit my videos on YouTube, so no good green screen use. So when I used the green screen, I got mine off AliExpress for like $14, but I know they have some on Amazon. I actually still have that green screen, and I got that one like 2013, 2014. Windows Movie Maker was the best. I missed that one. I missed that one too, but thinking about it, it was nothing compared to DaVinci Resolve. Like, stuff is just so much easier to edit on there. Like, Windows Movie Maker, it was a lot of things you couldn't do on there, but I appreciated it for the time that was using it. I have a green screen that I would use sometimes from Amazon. That brings me back. I haven't used it in a while. That's what I was using to beginning when I would make Sims videos. Yeah, like I used to use green screens a long time ago. Sometimes I do still use tapestries. Like, for my upcoming fall videos, I do have this fall tapestry that I use when I want to change my background. Um, just to change like the aesthetic of everything, and I like using that. Like, I highly recommend if you want to do something a little different, change your background, just use a tapestry because they're way more affordable on Amazon. I use green screen from CapCut app. No longer use a paywall behind it. I feel like YouTube has one as well, but I'm not sure how it goes. Oh, I wasn't talking green screen equipment, talking about apps or websites. Oh, I thought YouTube, not YouTube Studio. I thought YouTube had one at one point. I don't know if they got rid of it though. I don't really know about any green screen apps. But yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah, y'all know on Android, YouTube has an editing app called YouTube Create. Let's write that down because I did not know that. YouTube Create app. And I'm about to start doing YouTube Shorts next month in a specific way. I'm only going to do search-based shorts though. And I'm going to see how that goes. We'll see. I've been trying to use it on my other phone. How have you been liking it so far? All right, I'll give y'all 8 more minutes, considering I was supposed to get off a little while ago, but I'll give y'all 8 more minutes so I could do 2 hours. No, I didn't. I only used it once. It seems like it's more for shorts. That makes sense. I don't know. I really wish they weren't focused so much on the shorts as much because I see other people and, they'll push their shorts out well enough, but they really not, pushing out the actual long form content, which I really do miss. And it could be the topics I'm choosing or the way I'm like writing the titles or the descriptions and stuff like that, but I don't know. It also could be because I haven't been posting as much, but I've been like watching other people's videos where they're talking about the, I guess, issue with so many people not getting views as much anymore. And a lot of people are leaving. Which is another reason why I keep talking about an email list. And what I ended up doing was I created a Discord, right? And I'm undecided because I like the idea of a Discord, especially after, actively posting in yours, Jasmine. Because I'm like, I actually really like the way Discord is set up. Because this is probably the most I've actively used one. And I was like, this would probably be much better than having an email list. And it's free at this moment. So I was like, yeah, I think it would just be better for me to just have this Discord. And I've set mine up, but I'm still contemplating on if I'm going to keep it as like a free thing or if I'm going to make it a part of the memberships. or if I should do it for everybody else. But I just don't like the idea of having public people access it that I have not seen before, which is why I'm kind of like, maybe I should just keep it as a membership feature or something like that. Wait a minute, gotta need to learn how to use it. Let us know how you end up liking it, Blair. Yeah, I like the Discord idea too. Some people don't support like used to. It's kind of crazy. Appreciate ones that do, man. Diamond in the rough, real talk. Yeah, that's true, because, you know, I feel like people don't be understanding that you can see, maybe people don't realize, but I know for me, I definitely be watching if my watch time increase. Because it's like, I don't get that many views, so I can see if my watch time, if you're actually watching my freaking video. So, because I know lately I've had maybe 1 or 2 people leave comments, and I'm just like, I know you're not watching me. I know you're not watching me. Like, why are you leaving a comment, bro? Or at least if you leave a comment, linger and watch a decent portion of the video. So I just chalk it up to whatever. Like, if anything, I just don't engage with those people anymore, because there's been some people that, Jasmine, like, it's some people that have showed up and then will comment like they participating and they're not. And I'm like, okay, I thought I was gonna mess with you for real, but no, because you're just commenting, clicking, and leaving a generic comment, and then you dipping out. And I can clearly see that. And I'm putting in all this time to watch your funky video. And it's not, and not to say that it should be reciprocated, because that do come off like entitlement. But I do feel entitled, okay? Especially if, you want the same energy. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, well, I'm helping you, but you're not helping me. Or at the very least, it'd be one thing if people's videos was interesting. You know what I mean? Because then I'd be like, okay, I just like you. I mess with you. It ain't that big of a deal. But it's other people where it's like, well, I don't even mess with your content for real, so I'm not going to watch it. I kind of seeing it lack in some areas, right? Like, be nosy. That's what I'm saying. Trust, I get where you're coming from. True, Jazz and Rose definitely tell the truth. Man, like, I really be trying not to complain in my videos about people watching my stuff. To be honest, because, you just don't know what people got going on. And also, again, I just don't want to feel like I'm entitled to somebody's time to watch my video. But at the same time, it's other creators that rub me the wrong way. Like, it's one thing if you're a normal person, if you're a normie, you know what I mean? But it's another thing if you're another creator and, you act like you're supporting me, but not really, Because now I just feel like I'm being used and abused. And I don't like that. I really don't. But it is what it is. Hopefully somehow I can gain more other people to watch my content. Because every now and again, I'll get new subscribers and new people that come in, and they'll be, but I get that. I've noticed that in the chat too, but I'm going to leave it there if you catch my drift. Yes. hell yes. Like, you get me. You get me. You get me. Like, cause sometimes I really just be sitting there like, I see the vibes. I see the vibes. Tupac saying, "Oh, getting pimped work 9 to 5 or not." I'm over here shaking my head. I definitely get it. It's like telepathy going on. Yes, like I'd be like, what about hers? Yeah. And again, there are some people who will go back and watch some stuff, which I appreciate the ones who do. But then there are other people where I'm just like, this is a very one-sided relationship, and I don't like that. And it's like, I know that people have stuff going on. I know people got kids, I know people got other things going on. But at the same time, I kind of just be like, and you're a faithful watcher for real. Yeah, that's what I be seeing, because I'll take time out to watch people's stuff. Not the pimps. No, but like I'll take time out and I'll watch somebody video all the way through. I'll respond to a lot of stuff in their videos. But I'm like that with everybody. Like, even if it's somebody that don't, interact with me, but I just don't like when people follow me or subscribe to me. And then they act like, oh, I really like your content, but it kind of gives fake. And again, I get, if you don't like my content, that's okay. But at the same time, I just don't like people being fake supporters, because it gives follow for follow, you know what I mean? Or follow for follow, but I'm the only one engaging at that point. But it is what it is. That's why, like, I'm really happy again that I have other people around as well that'll watch my stuff. So, Tupac Way with Words interview was really good, real talk. I swear, you be putting us on all the time. Because I don't know nothing about that bald man. Not much. I mean, I know some of the songs. But I don't know, but that's another reason. Like, so for example, I appreciate that I have other content creators that mess with my content, but I will say it's something to be said about people who are not content creators that watch you, because the way they rock with your content is completely different from some other content creators, you know what I mean? Unless people just really like your content. So for example, I really like y'all content, and it's a couple of other people that I really like y'all content creators, but they're, the experience of like when it's somebody that don't do content creation and, they'll comment on your stuff or be around. The experience is a bit different, because then I can actually tell somebody actually like my content for real. If that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just different when someone doesn't create content engages. For example, like even in the live streams, we know Grimy isn't really creating content just yet. Other people aren't really creating content just yet that be in the lives, but they be in the lives proactive, you know what I mean? And it do hit different a little bit, but then it's also like, it's nice when you do have content creators like you, Jasmine, El Blur, and y'all be showing up and showing out. Cause I be looking forward to my Negroes commenting. I be looking for it. I be like, yes, thank you. Thank you for commenting. Not to feel entitled, but I do be appreciating y'all. I appreciate you too, man. Like I really be sitting there like, man, thank you. Cause who knows where this would go. Well, what did PBS be saying for your support? Or whatever they be saying. I be staying in the comments. Same. I told you I've been binge watching your Vlogmas videos. Some of them I just been binge watching, and some of them I'll comment on. Cause I'm like, some stuff I'm like, I want to comment on something from like 2022. And it's something that's already passed. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if it's a current situation you was in. But girl, you know, and I was thinking about that too, with me watching your Vlogmas content, because I started watching the playlist or whatever, and you faithfully been doing Vlogmas. Oh, trust, I started Vlogmas in 2018, started that before I started vlogging. I don't know how you do it, because, excuse me, like, I was really sitting here, and I'm like, I'm definitely going to start my Vlogmas content now. Okay? Like, because I do not see myself doing it daily. I really do not. Like, I don't think I could. Me and vlogs go together like peanut butter and jelly, bruh. It's like a tradition. I love that you can stick with it, because I don't think I would be able to mentally do that. Which is why I literally this week started recording content, because I was like, I'm going to have that junk already. It's maybe going to be a couple of them that are not pre-recorded, but most of them are going to be pre-recorded at this point. Because I'm like, I don't see how people get them things out. Appreciate live streams full of energy, jazz, and rose. People actually chat with other people. Some people don't chat in their lives except person channel, real talk. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Like, I've been in a couple of other people live streams. And to be honest, it just depends on the community, because some of them, the people only directly talk to the person talking. And then for the other ones, people talk with everybody. It just really depends on how chill the vibes are too, or the type of person that's in there. Starting now is good too. Yeah, Blur, he be dropping all the compliments. Appreciate you, brother. I do miss your live streams, though, I will say. Your content creator live streams specifically, because I actually really enjoyed those. When you would be interviewing different people, and y'all would be talking about y'all different experiences in content creation, as well as like some of their favorite movies or like anime and stuff like that. I'm definitely starting now, because there is no way I'm going to be able to upkeep that, especially if I want my vlogs to be over a certain time frame. But I know the way I'm doing it, I'm not going to only do vlogs. So I'm going to probably mix like 2 days together. Because I know so far I have my schedule. Like, I wrote it down in my other notebook where I'm trying to like schedule exactly what I'm going to do every day. So I have it all planned out. I did, like, when I was watching your vlogs, I did like the idea of doing an advent calendar every day. But I would have to find ones that I would want to do, which I kind of have some in mind, but I'm not sure when they're going to come out yet. So Probably November is when the advent calendars that I'm thinking about getting will come out. Too bad they don't have anime. So they have some anime ones. Like I know it was either last year or the year before last. They had a Sailor Moon one, and I really wanted it until I saw what was inside it, and I was like, that would have pissed me off. That would have completely pissed me off if I had got like purchased it. But like I know recently I saw they had a Funko Disney Princess one, but I wasn't sure if they were actually if they actually had all the Disney princesses in it or if it was just the stand that it came on, because it was like a Disney princess castle, but you know people canceling Disney right now, so but I know Funko has some advent calendars because I saw, oh, they do have a Lilo and Stitch one if you want to get that one. Because I instantly thought of you when I saw it. They had a Lilo and Stitch one on Amazon. I know I saw a Nightmare Before Christmas one. Yeah, I think the Lilo and Stitch one was like $25. It's on sale right now. You're welcome, ladies. Need to find new people, interviews, no lie, collaboration, pros and cons. Yeah. Well, I hope you able to find some people, man. The chocolate candy one at Wilco doesn't taste good. Oh, Winco doesn't taste good. Dang. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I feel like I've seen some chocolate ones recently, but I feel like they're old though. You know, I don't think they're coming out with the actual advent calendars until like November maybe. Like sometime in the middle of November. I know I want to get two, or I might just get one. I don't know. Amazon Prime Day sales came earlier this year. Aren't they having a sale? Excuse me, like I think October 8th or something like that. I feel like I saw something on there either today or yesterday. But then they also had this thing where you could make your own advent calendar, and I thought about doing that, where I like put some knickknacks in there and then act like I'm surprised. But I was like, nah. Yeah, I'll probably do that next year. Cause that sounds like too much for me. Yeah, nah, I'll do that next year. I know they had a Halloween advent calendar too, but I don't really care about Halloween that much. I do care about the candy. But yeah. But yeah, but but yeah, I'm about to get off of here though, y'all. So I can potentially, I don't even feel like recording no more. I don't even and I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna record a video or two tonight. I really said that, and I don't even feel like doing it. I really don't. Plus, I can't even put my wig on, so I'll just do it tomorrow. F it. The sale already started. Oh, it did. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to hop on there. I'm gonna try not to buy anything. Okay, girl, enjoy the life. Thank you. You're like, I want to. I don't, man. Like I've been recording on and off, but it hasn't been consistent. Like so far, I've just been doing vlogging, and I've gotten so comfortable just hopping on the camera, looking any which way. But at the same time, I'm like, I need to sit down and create actual dedicated content, like the content that I actually have outlines for, the ones that actually get me the views. Because I'm like, I be posting vlogs. Don't nobody care for real. Like, some people care. You know, like, y'all will watch them, and I really do appreciate y'all. But at the same time, YouTube don't be pushing them out for real. And it could be the topics that I'm talking about in them. Like, for example, I know if I did hauls, people would watch those, but do I want to do hauls? No, because I'm on a budget. Like, I do have some hauls coming out, but it's just, I don't know, you know? I really hate that people be so concerned about what people are buying, I guess, more than the people to a degree. Because, you know, I get it, because sometimes I want to see what people wearing or what people buying, but at the same time, it's like, do you have to be buying something every day, girl? Like, because I've unfollowed some people on here because all they do is post hauls. Like, do we have to see hauls every single day? You do 5 hauls a week. You a shopping channel at this point. QVC or whoever. Girl. I might after Big Brother. Well, I'm power to you, girl, because that's a lot of hauls, not the shopping network. Yes, like, it's just so many people on TikTok just trying to influence me. And my carts are full, but am I going to buy them? Debatable. Because I was going to say no, but I'm like, debatable. Because I'm trying to be more responsible, you know? I kind of took a break from filming, but not posting the past couple weeks. Yeah, because I saw you said that you schedule like 14 videos out. That's what I need to be on. I need to be like that so I can take long ass breaks where I don't have to do anything instead of just taking breaks and I have nothing to post. Because that's my issue. I just don't like editing. I truly don't. I only been recording those caught in the acts. That's what I need to be on. I need to have my videos planned out for weeks. That way, if something happened, who knows? Nobody knows that I haven't been recording because it's scheduled. I'm still posting. I just let myself go. I really just have not been caring. But I do feel like because I hit the 1K, I do feel a little bit more motivated. So, yeah. I know I am dropping a reaction or 2 next week. So that's something. A break is good too. It is, but sometimes it can get me out of the habit. Like, again, I've just been doing the vlogging. I haven't been creating my actual, like, I guess, entertainment type content. But yeah, I'm dropping 2 reactions next week. And I'm hoping those will be the ones that will get me my watch hours. The plan is for me to drop 5 to 6 reactions. We'll see if I can do it. But it'll be over this month and next month. And hopefully that'll get me my watch hours to get monetized. So yeah. But I am I will be doing my 1K Q&A. Hello, how are you? That's good. But I will be doing my 1K Q&A. And I'll make a post about it. So I guess If anybody have any questions to ask, you could leave it in the comments because it'll be more than likely. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. I blow dried it myself. I'm so awkward. But anyways, but yeah, I'll be posting up the Q&A post or whatever in the community post. I'll probably do that tonight, actually. And then I'll have that video out next week. Oh, thank you, Wilburmatic. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Jasmine. But yeah, hopefully. That's black girl magic. But no. But yeah. Hopefully I'll get monetized before November, which is when my birthday is. Like, that was the goal, to get monetized before my birthday. So yeah. That is the plan, and that's what I'm doing, and hopefully it works out. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try to stay positive, and I'm gonna try to batch record and pre-record and schedule. Jasmine, you my inspiration, girl. I'm gonna try to keep up with it, because yeah, these past few months I have been very much blah. Very much not been wanting to record as much, but I have the ideas. I just have to sit down and record them and then edit them. Oh, you're welcome, girl. I'm rooting for you. Thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah. But I hope you guys have the little cheerleader in the corner. I appreciate you, girl. I really do. But I hope you guys have a great night, and I really do appreciate you guys for coming in. Okay, Jasmine, you got number 1. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I think this is Casey in number 2. I think. We got Ilblermatic number 3, Ariana number 4, Grimy 5, Nimloff 6, and I don't know who those other people are, but thank you for stopping by. But yes, I hope you have a great night, and I'll be seeing y'all again soon. Stay blessed, stay positive, and bye.